Hey guys, I'm Shepard Eason, and the movie that I chose for this video essay is Glorious, which was directed by Rebecca McKendry and was posted in 2022. I'm going to give a brief description of this movie and the cosmic horror elements that I noticed, and I'm going to blind rank a random 5 of the movies that we watched in this class and compare it to Glorious and see how it stacks up. They'll be read to me one at a time, and I'll put them 1 through 5 based on a combination of how well I thought they created a cosmic horror atmosphere, as well as how good I thought the movie was in general. But first, I'm going to give a description of the movie, and we'll start that now. Fair warning, if you do want to avoid any spoilers of Glorious, I would just go ahead and mute up until we get to the blind ranking. Anyways, Glorious is a relatively short movie about a man named Wes who is locked in a bathroom with Gott, who's a cosmic god. Gott tells him that humanity rests in his hands and that he needs to cut out his liver and give it to him to keep him from basically unleashing his full power on all of humanity and all of the universe, killing everybody. We see Wes try to figure out what Gott is unsuccessfully and eventually agree to do it because he was willing to sacrifice himself to save the woman that he loves. This woman's name was Brenda, and we see many flashbacks throughout the movie of them together, and it is insinuated that Wes did something to cause her to break up with him. It is a very touching and emotional moment as we realize that Wes is willing to sacrifice himself to keep Brenda alive, breathing, as well as everyone else on Earth. However, towards the end, it is revealed that Wes actually killed Brenda, as well as many other women. He is a serial killer who isn't dealing with the stress and the heartbreak of missing Brenda. He's actually dealing with the regret and the guilt of what he had done, murdering countless women. And it is revealed that God didn't choose him to save the world. He was actually just punishing him for what he had done. I admittedly didn't love this movie. I noticed some cosmic horror elements throughout, but I didn't think that they were nearly as strong as some of the other films that we had watched. This was more of a horror comedy, which I didn't really love. I like the movies that have a more serious undertone, and this movie kept me from feeling immersed due to some of the humor. I know that that kind of vibe might be better for some people, but for me, I just didn't really love it, and you'll see where I put it in the blind ranking. With that being said, there were some cosmic horror themes that I want to get into. First being the challenged human primacy. This is the most surface level and obvious one that there was in this movie. God is clearly stronger and more important than Wes and is able to do whatever he wants to humans with absolutely no consequence. And one of my favorite lines in the entire movie was at the very end when Wes says, and this is paraphrasing, "For once in my life, I finally get to do something right," talking about his liver sacrifice, which God immediately shuts down, saying that he is no hero and deserves to be forgotten. We also had the fear of the unknown. You never get to actually see Gott. You don't see what he looks like due to him being locked in a stall all movie, and when Wes tries to look at him, he actually gets furious and knocks him out. This is extremely unsettling and keeps the viewer wondering what is truly behind the stall door and what Gott looks like. The final cosmic horror element that I noticed was horrific self-discovery. It is revealed at the end of the movie that Wes does not miss Brenda, and he's actually just a serial killer dealing with guilt. And it is really interesting to think back on the movie after knowing that twist and knowing that all of the guilt that he was feeling wasn't because of something that he did to make them break up. It was because he had murdered her. And he's realizing how horrible of a person he is throughout the movie. Alright, so we're now going to get into the blind ranking portion of this video essay. For this, I gave my lovely assistant 4 random movies I let her pick throughout the class. So we're going to be ranking 4 movies as well as Glorious. I'm not going to know what's coming next. So I'm ranking these movies on 2 things. One being how well they present cosmic horror in that atmosphere, and 2, how much I just like the movie in general. So there are some movies that I just didn't like, and Glorious was actually one of those. I'm going to begin with Glorious because we all know it's coming, and it's going to go at 4. Like I said earlier, I didn't love the whole horror/comedy. I didn't think that it was very immersive, so Glorious is going to go at number 4.
The Mist.
Okay, so The Mist. The Mist is one of the movies that I liked more than Glorious, so that worked out well. I thought that The Mist did a good job of the fear of the unknown. You didn't know what was in the fog, and it was kind of a looming presence throughout the movie. I also thought it did a good job of fear of human insignificance. These monsters, throughout the movie, they got bigger, and they were just easily destroying human life, and you didn't really know why, and it felt like the humans were very insignificant in that world. Do I want to put it at 2 or 3? There's a decent amount of movies in this class that I liked more than The Mist. I think I'm going to put it at 2 though. I really like The Mist, so it's going to go at 2.
Event Horizon.
Okay, so Event Horizon, I think I like Event Horizon a little bit more than The Mist, but I'm not going to be able to put it at 1. So Event Horizon is definitely going to go at 3. I thought it did a really good job of the fear of madness. You see each of the people in the movie go mad in different ways, and it's a very interesting, it's a very good movie. Event Horizon, it was the first movie we saw, and it was one of my favorites. I think it had a special place in my heart, but unfortunately it's going to have to go below The Mist. So Event Horizon is going to go at number 3. We'll see how this shapes out.
In the Mouth of Madness.
Okay, so this is going pretty well. In the Mouth of Madness might be my favorite movie that we did in this class. It's either that or The Thing. The Thing's a great movie. For the cosmic horror theme, I mean, it's in the name. It really just embodied the fear of madness, the fear of losing yourself and going insane. Madness being this virus of some sort. It's really interesting. It's gonna have to go at 1. I'm hoping I don't get The Thing. Hopefully we get The Color Out of Space. We'll see, but it's going pretty well so far, and it's gonna go at number 1.
Annihilation.
So I wouldn't put Annihilation last, but I have to. It's gonna have to go at 5. I think I definitely like Annihilation more than Least Glorious and probably Event Horizon, but I didn't love Annihilation, so I don't hate it. It did a really good job of the fear of the unknown. You really don't know what the shimmer is, or why it's doing what it's doing, and also challenging human primacy, because the shimmer moves and acts with no regard for humans. It's clear that it's stronger, and we can't do anything about its movements. So those 2 cosmic horror themes I think are very strong in this movie. Unfortunately, it's going to have to go at number 5. I think that makes the list not great, but yeah, Annihilation, number 5. So our final list is In the Mouth of Madness at 1, The Mist at 2, Event Horizon 3, Glorious 4, and Annihilation at 5. If I could switch anything around, I mean, I would put Annihilation all the way up at 3 probably, Event Horizon at 2, probably The Mist at 4, and Glorious at 5. So I would switch a lot. But this concludes my video essay. If you guys have any changes that you would make, let me know. I appreciate your time. Glorious was a great movie. I would recommend watching for the cosmic horror genre. It wasn't really for me, but it was a fun watch at least. Thank you.